A very good afternoon to you and welcome to your lunchtime news bulletin coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. I'm Krishnan Devasagayam and let's start off with a look at this afternoon's headlines.
South India's Iron Lady and Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister Jayalalitha Jairam no more. Final rites to take place today in Chennai. Phase 2 of the Gum at the Movement 100-day initiative commences today. 3 projects launched in Mathura, Patiklo and Kobegane. Nearly 700,000 candidates set the GCE O-level examination that commenced today. Report of the committee appointed to study the increased fines on road traffic violations to be handed over to the President in a month.
And in your top story this afternoon coming in from neighbouring India, now massive crowds of grief-stricken supporters of India's southern Tamil Nadu State Chief Minister Jayalalitha Jairam converged in Chennai city to pay their last respects after she died of a cardiac arrest yesterday.
The followers of the late Chief Minister came in their numbers to have a glimpse as she was lying in state. Message of condolence meanwhile poured in from across the political spectrum. In a series of tweets, Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed his grief and solidarity with the people of Tamil Nadu, saying, quote, "I will always cherish the innumerable occasions when I have the opportunity to interact with Jayalalitha ji. May her soul rest in peace," unquote. Expressing grief at the demise of the stalwart of Tamil Nadu politics, President Pranab Mukherjee of India said, "In her passing away, the nation has lost an icon who was loved and admired by millions." Late Chief Minister Jayalalitha's arch-rival DMK chief M. Karunanidhi offered his heartfelt condolences. He said, quote, "I offer deep condolences on the passing away of Jayalalitha. The wishes of lakhs of her followers will make her immortal." Meanwhile, his son Stalin called it, quote-unquote, "an irreparable loss to Tamil people." Earlier on in a statement, the hospital said, quote, "Despite our best efforts, the Honourable Chief Minister's underlying conditions rendered her unable to recover and she passed away at 11:30 p.m. Indian time." Jayalalitha's body was first taken to her Pause Garden residence from Apollo Hospital and from there was moved to Chennai's Rajaji Hall, draped in the national flag, where people will pay their last respects. Her funeral will take place this evening. A little after 1 a.m., Finance Minister O. Pannirselvam was sworn in as Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister at the State Raj Bhavan or Governor's residence. Lawmakers from Jayalalitha's AIADMK had a short while earlier chosen Pannirselvam to lead them in the State Assembly. Security across the state has been reviewed as a precaution against violent or self-harming protests by lakhs of supporters of Amma or Mother as she was known to them.
Meanwhile, extending condolences, the Indian High Commission in Sri Lanka made the following statement.
"We are deeply saddened at the passing away of Selvi Jayalalitha. Her demise has left a huge void in Indian politics. Jayalalitha's connect with citizens, concern for welfare of the poor, the women and marginalized will always be a source of inspiration for all of us."
Chairman of the board appointed to look into the increased fines on road traffic violations says that the draft bill on the matter would be handed over to President Maithripala Sirisena within a month. Chairman Nihal Somavira said that they had begun discussions with all relevant parties. Somavira said that the committee had advised the relevant parties to submit their proposals in writing, adding that after all proposals were received, it would be compiled into a report and handed over to the President. Meanwhile, views were expressed in Parliament today over the increased fines for road traffic violations.
The increased fines for road traffic violations has become a topic of much discussion in society today. The people say that during the strike action there was discipline on the road. However, it has changed now and the number of fatalities are on the rise. The people give blessings twice over for increasing these fines. Therefore, the minister should take the necessary steps in Parliament and make recommendations in order to expedite this process. When we discuss that issue, we will take it up with the relevant ministry. That is a good proposal. Pay attention towards it.
The Government Information Department says that police has received information that those responsible for acts of violence on the day of the private bus union strike are individuals affiliated to anti-government groups.
Issuing a communique, the department said that 31 individuals had been arrested in connection with vandalizing state property and carrying out acts that resulted in members of the public being injured. These individuals were arrested from Negombo, Maradana, Tangol, Hambantota, Beliata, Trincomalee, Eravur, Vaunia, Kotmale, Kadugannawa and Wattegam areas. According to the communique, a number of police teams have been assigned to apprehend those responsible for the attacks carried out in Anuradhapura that left an army soldier critically injured. The communique also states that 128 buses belonging to the SLTB were damaged in the attack carried out last Friday and that the financial loss caused in attacks is yet to be ascertained.
And in a headline making this story this afternoon, the first project under the Gammad the Movement 100-day initiative Phase 2 was launched in Kobegane in the Kurunegala district earlier this morning.
Gammad the 100-day initiative Phase 2. Phase 2 commenced with the foundation stone being laid to construct a bridge for area residents. An existing structure had been in a dilapidated condition, inconveniencing much of the village. MAS has provided sponsorship for the program. The launch got underway with the participation of senior officials of MAS as well as the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited. This project marks the first in a series of projects being undertaken in the second phase of the Gammad the Movement 100-day initiative, which has reached the Gammad the Secretariat by way of public requests made by rural Sri Lankans. Just as I am speaking to you now, my team is also empowered to serve the community through their actions. We are talking about youth leadership. If opportunities are given to nurture youth leadership, we will continue to see great creations like this. Today's agenda will also see the launch of a construction of a 4.5 kilometer long electric elephant fence for area residents of Akurana in Kiran Batiklo. The third project being launched at 2:30 this afternoon is the construction of a maritime light tower for fishermen in Thotamunak, Mathura. Gammad the 100-day initiative Phase 2.
Now, the GCE Ordinary Level Examination will commence today. Commissioner General of the Department of Examinations, WMNJ Pushpakumara, said that this year will see the highest number of students sitting for the GCE Ordinary Level Examination in the history of examinations in Sri Lanka, with almost 700,000 applicants. The Commissioner General issued a special set of instructions for candidates sitting for the Ordinary Level exam this year. Meanwhile, 3 members of the same family were killed in a shooting that took place last night in Idamtota, Ambalangoda. Police said that the shooting took place at around 9:10 last night. The victims include a 35-year-old male, his 27-year-old wife, as well as their 4-year-old child. The Ambalangoda police are conducting further investigations. Wildlife officials successfully rescued an elephant calf who was caught in a trap in the Gaul Forest Reserve. Our correspondent said that the elephant calf is around 6 years old. The calf was released back to the wild after wildlife officials treated its wounds. Officials said that area residents lay traps frequently for hunting purposes. Indeed, a movie to watch out for. Well, that's a wrap of Lunchtime News. Join us again at 1:55 for more of the very latest. I'm Krishnan Devasagayam for News First.